What's up, everybody? This is Toy Addict here, and welcome to an all new episode of Toy Addicts Anonymous Live. How's everybody doing today? Thank you for joining us. And today we
Everybody
have a
great.
special guest. We got William Nieves, which works with Spero Toys, and of course, my buddy Carlos, the Badass Reviews. How's everybody doing today?
Everybody good,
Good.
man.
We're doing
Awesome, man.
great.
Awesome. So, to start off things, I want to talk about what's hottest right now. And what's hottest right now is the images that have come out of the licensing con in Las Vegas. Who here has seen that massive Beastman 1/6 scale figure, bro? Holy shit. That thing is a monster. And let me tell you, I saw that like 2 weeks ago and I couldn't tell a soul. But holy shit, that thing is humongous. My buddy told me that it's supposed to be the same price as Trapjaw. But when I see him standing next to He-Man, he is so much bigger than Trapjaw. Trapjaw was $235. He-Man was $260.
The deluxe.
Yeah, I feel like Beastman is going to be like 250. And because here's the thing, what we saw is not the full package. That thing has like 4 heads. It's going to have a bunch of other accessories. Of course, he brings his whip and he brings a bunch of other stuff. So I just don't see how they can keep him at the same price as Trapjaw. What do you think, guys?
William.
I agree. He's pretty big boy. I mean, it would be nice to see it at 250. Realistically, it'd be like maybe 350.
You think so?
But
Nah, because I mean, he's really big. I mean, I was looking at Trapjaw. Trapjaw's much bigger than He-Man, and he was 235. What I'm thinking is maybe what made He-Man so expensive was like all the armored parts that are detachable. Maybe that costs a lot more to produce than
Maybe.
actual like paint hits or sculpt details on a figure. So, I mean, I was told he was going to be the price of Trapjaw. We'll find out when he drops. But the other thing that we saw was a better, closer look at the upcoming deluxe Skeletor 1/6 scale figure riding Panther. And that's another figure that you guys you're just not ready.
Skeletor. Right
You're
here.
just, you're just not ready when you see all the stuff you're going to get with that figure.
So listen, like to me, like I mean, William may have more experience than like the two of us, like toy wise related, like company, right?
Mhm.
I mean, he has the experience with Spero Toys and Animal Warriors of the Kingdom and everything. But I mean, my from my point of view of like taking my experience with those figures, I think he may be like talking about Beastman. He may be around. I don't want to say too high, but I want to say like maybe like $300. I was expecting that because listen, I was checking the size of that thing, and He-Man, it may be 3 inches away from the top of my D12 shelf, right? And that thing, like He-Man's top of the head goes to around half of the shoulder of Beastman. So Beastman doesn't fit in my D12.
He's going on top of the detail.
Yes, he doesn't fit in my D12. So I may need to maybe like crunch him really, really low to fit him in one of the spaces. But I don't want to put that figure outside of the D12 because, you know, like even if you have AC like me and you have your toy room and everything, but you get dust and stuff like that, and I
Yeah,
hate that thing, especially in a figure so expensive, right? Look at the size of that thing. See, it's
Look at He-Man, bro. He-Man looks like, but
He-Man.
here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. This is 2000X type of Beastman. So in the 2000X cartoons, Beastman was massive. So I love the fact that they emphasized on the beast you know, aspect of Beastman and made him such a larger creature. But He-Man is he doesn't he just like the top of He-Man's head, I think touches Beastman's collarbone,
Yeah, it's humongous. It's humongous.
and then the
Now,
width,
now,
like he's so much wider.
now the thing is this, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like like collectors, like especially people that collect this line, like Mondo, right? The figures are like they're like pretty much Hot Toys price
Yeah.
figures, right?
Right.
But one of the things that you need to keep in mind is also like, dude, you have already Skeletor Deluxe that is coming. You're gonna have Panther. That Panther is gonna be around what? Same price as Battle Cat, and Battle Cat was how much? It was like I would say $400, something like that,
Yeah.
maybe. Well, and you're gonna have a Beastman the same year. You're gonna have Panther because they say already that Panther is gonna be out in the fall. So, I mean, I don't know how much people like, because you don't want people to lose the kind of like the interest in the line because they get so overwhelmed with the high prices. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's one thing. Jorge, we lose you. I can see you, dude. You're all like black
Yeah,
on
I
your
saw
ring.
that. I'm trying to come back to you guys. Give me a second.
You're in the alternate zone.
I'm here in spirit.
Yeah, yes, you are. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the figure looks now. There you go. The figure looks amazing. It's huge. It's impressive. But I think if they're going over $300, dude, I mean, it's gonna be a stretch, dude. Like at least for me, I'm not rich by any means. I have responsibilities at my house.
Yeah.
Like my wife is already like, how much money you're spending on those big figures?
Yeah.
Because she knows. I mean, she's not. I mean, she can see the quality on the figures, and she's been looking all my collection the whole time. She knows those figures are expensive. You
Right.
know, and the other thing is what I was listening to somebody, I think yesterday, was the space. That thing takes a lot of space in your shelf, dude.
Yeah. But you know what? The thing with me, what attracts me the most lately for toys and stuff like that is monsters, oversized monsters and stuff like that Man Thing figure that James Groman did.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I fucking love that thing, man.
Oh,
Even though
he was next to you, William, in PowerCon, right?
Yeah.
Next
He
to your
was.
booth.
I haven't been able to get to talk to James ever since you were at that show that you called me with him and stuff on video. I haven't been able to reach him. I really
Yeah,
want to get him on the show so we can talk.
I did a little interview on him, talking about monsters. And now that we have the man itself here from Spero Toys, William, I got a question for you. Like, what's the what do you guys have? Like, the people reach to you guys about what's coming next with the line? Because I know you're doing like really big boys like the gorilla style animal, right? And my question comes because some people like to know like what's next. I know you have your policies in your company. I mean, sometimes you can tease some stuff, sometimes you don't, right? But I guess because your line is really much like pretty much inspired in animals. Like I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love to see like a rhino type of guy, or maybe like an elephant type of guy. Like the same way you did the gorilla. You know?
Yeah.
Well, if you remember, we were both there, Carlos, Legion's Con. They had um, a bunch of 2D illustrations of character designs, and
The
I
preview.
saw, I think hyena,
Yeah, I
I
saw that
believe
one.
I saw an elephant, and I saw a rhino. So there's a lot. Like the
But
animal kingdom is fully
but the
represented.
plan. That's what I'm asking, William, because like you guys have any plans on the size scale on those figures? They're gonna be pretty much the same scale as the gorillas, or they're gonna be a little bit taller depending on the animal.
Yeah, depending on the animal, for the elephant at least, he was definitely gonna be huskier and bigger than Thane. He was gonna be exactly. I'm not sure. I think Thane approximately is like 9 inches. So I think Jason was aiming for like around 9 to 12, depending.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the rhino. Like George was mentioning, some of the ones that were at Legion's Con, the 2D. Like we had the lion, King Hannibal. Like he's gonna be around Dane's size, but he's gonna be not as bulk as a gorilla. He's gonna be more slim, bulkier size. It's gonna be a variation between for a lot of the people viewing, so they could kind of compare like the sizes in Mythic Legions where they have brute scale, like the ogre scale,
Yeah.
Okay.
and but a lot of those animals you've actually seen them. If you've seen some of them, you've seen in the smaller scale. Like some of those big guys are making a comeback in the primal size, in the primal aesthetics, and some newer animals like you can actually see like the in one of the comics there's like a cyborg slash werewolf looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
That was in issue 3.
yeah
That was at the end of issue 3. It pretty much see it
yeah
as a cliffhanger.
and he was also on the cover on that issue and he's pretty bulkier too. I think he's might be a little bit bigger than Thane, but definitely there's gonna be a variation on sizes and stuff like that,
And
which
and
is
and, and I have another question. Like I saw something about, or somebody mentioned something in the Savage Crucible page also, that is going to be kind of like a crossover between Savage Crucible and Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Like, is that like realistically, or somebody made it up, or it's going to be like something in the future?
there is definitely something aiming towards the future, maybe in comic wise,
Okay,
and myself personally, hopefully figure wise, which probably knowing the guys, they're probably it's aiming that way. I'm
nice.
just not sure if I'm 100% authorized to say that yet, but
Of course.
it's good. And it's heading in a good direction, definitely.
Oh,
That's awesome. It'll be
that's
interesting
really awesome.
to
That's
see.
really awesome. It will be one of the first time, or the first time I seen two
Two toy
companies,
companies
two companies,
combined.
independent companies, doing a crossover, like, and two actually, let's say Savage Crucible is not out yet, but it was a very successful Kickstarter. You guys are already in the market. You're killing it with your line, but having a crossover between two lines that are kind of like independent companies, like the new style of the action figure community, having a crossover will be like really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Rob Post from Savage Crucible did mention officially that he was making custom parts in for the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, and I think he did show a teaser of some of the stuff.
Yeah, he showed something about it. Yes.
So that's also another thing to look forward. He's gonna make a lot of compatible stuff for our figures as well. I'm pretty sure he's making for his too. So that's gonna be a few crossovers and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of us started together and collect together, and Carlos knows too because Carlos been around for a minute, and a lot of us collect a little bit of everything. So we try to, at least for myself, I can only speak for myself and nobody else. I usually try to keep it neutral with all parties.
William, let me ask you a question. We know that Wave 2 is dropping next week in the warehouse. So we were talking about it before the stream that you're flying up to help Jason with distribution of all these orders. that people are anticipating. I had some questions because I read the comics that are out so far, and I was curious to know. So, for example, right here, um, do you see my screen?
Yes, I see
Okay,
Blight.
this guy Blight, is this like an alternate ego of Pale?
He's actually a clone of Play Pale.
Okay.
If you read most of the comics, Pale is actually a clone, like
Of
altered clone
Kali?
of Kali. Yeah. So
Right.
Blight is like the evil clone of Pale, basically. Like I would say, like the um
Like a
like
doppelganger.
yeah, like how like He-Man has like how Skeletor has Faker.
And he
Okay.
might have anti-Eternia He-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I knew you had to bring him up.
I'm sorry. I need to.
Oh no, we're gonna look at that bad boy now. Sit tight. So another question that I had when you talk about these characters, because I don't remember seeing Blight in the comics. He hasn't made an appearance in the comics yet, has he?
Did I remember? Not yet. I'm not sure.
And I don't remember seeing Lexion or
Oh yeah, they
or
haven't
Doom or
definitely.
even Vero Atlas. So it's cool. Like we're being introduced to the figures, but then people want to know more about the characters and what inspired the characters. So it's going to be really interesting. Do you have any information as to when issue 4 of the comics is going to drop?
I believe it's coming sometime in the summer, if not fall. I know Jason works heavy on cranking out the comics, so he's definitely working on that.
Okay,
On the
cool.
story.
Yeah, he's definitely hitting heavy the story because he's um, comic wise, he's one of the masterminds on the 2D side in
So
the
let's
comic.
see that bad boy, Carlos. Bring him out. Come on.
I
I'm
no,
gonna
but
put you in
listen.
the
But
spotlight.
listen. Wait. I got a question. Like so, I, the first thing that comes to like my mind, and I was, we talk so much and we know each other since forever, William. Um, but I never, and also Jason, but I want to know, like, and I never asked you guys this, where, where the idea, or when the idea of Animal Warriors of the Kingdom came out. Like, what was the kind of like the spark that initiate all these line, and why animals? Like, what's the beginning of everything?
I know Jason's been working on that concept for years, and I know he's gotten a lot of like inspiration from Thundercats and a few different stuff. So he's been working on it since the smaller line, the three and three
The three and
quarter.
three quarter inches. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you actually see like one, not the first the first one that was successful, the designs were actually way different from like the first Kickstarter that actually failed on those. Like they've been drastically changing during the years. So and with the oncoming years, like we've been throwing ideas at each other, and Jason's a mastermind with that too. So he likes to ask a lot of feedback. So me and Eddie and a couple other guys give him feedback when we can.
And how you got involved in Spero Toys, and how you got like into the whole like action figure industry.
I've been like you said, since we know each other for a couple years. Like I got introduced to Jason through Eddie Salvatore the third, and basically through Mythic Legions in the Cabal. Like we used to promote his line a lot, and promote the smaller ones. Cause I know there was a time where Jason like hit a like I know George would probably understand since he's an artist, like a pro artist. Like sometimes like writers or artists hit this like the writer's block where they're like, and I know the first Kickstarter that Jason actually did hit him pretty hard, and a lot of he didn't have that much support as he has now. But now it's like a big change. Now it's like a couple years ago you wouldn't think. Now like even Diamond Select like previews like UFC AWOC stuff and stuff like that. We
I
kept
know.
pushing.
I
And
know BBTS, all these companies, they're carrying like your action figures, and it's really, it's really, to me, it's really like I feel like a lot of like happiness because of you guys, because I know you guys are great people, and how the line like actually look I mean Jorge and me, we know each other because of Motu, right? Pretty much. And Jorge is a big big fan of a walk because he's a huge Thundercats fan, right?
yeah, he's
So
telling that before.
and it's so funny because when Jason sent me the actual sample, the first sample from the one that you guys have in Power, and sorry, in Power Code,
The
one of,
Chunari
yeah, the
soldier.
Gennari, he gave it to me to take some pictures, and then he told me, you know what, Carlos, keep it. And I was like, oh my god, dude, thank you so much. And I show Jorge, and Jorge was like, oh my god, that line, I walk, whatever, I love it. And I was like, dude, actually I know the guys. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I know him. Like, so he was like, and I know Jorge. I mean, Jorge is like one of your number one fans just because the line is really compatible with Thundercats, and he loved Thundercats. So like it's pretty much like a dream come true. Like have a line of these animals, especially like the actual like cat style animals to fit into also Thundercats classics, right?
Yeah. And since a lot of us like are mainly collectors and like comic geeks and stuff like that, like we tend to like aim for the same stuff everybody else is aiming for with like, oh, we want articulation, we want accessories, we want this stuff. And like for example in the last Kickstarter, like we gave Jason the idea of like, oh, like there was a lot of comments that were saying, oh, we want hand packs or extra hands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We never expected that Jason was gonna be like, well, okay, we're gonna include that for free. I'm like, well, even better. I mean, because
Yeah.
most of us are customizers too, and like blending. Like I like Thundercats, and I came like before Mythic Legions. I was in multi collector groups with you, Carlos,
Yeah,
and
exactly. We know each other from Motu Classics.
exactly, and so that's where I started making customs. So having lines that are like interchangeable and like posable, like fantasy that fit together is like no brainer at this point. And
And
what's helped us.
the one thing that's more exciting about AWOC is that they're so much more articulated than the Super 7 stuff, Unfortunately, I wish Jason got the license to do Thundercats because, if we could do this type of articulation on Thundercats figures, that would be mind blowing. But yeah, I'm planning on doing stuff like I want to put the cat figures like riding the Thunder Tank with the rest of the Thundercats and stuff like that. Just like do some fun pictures, some mashups and stuff. Um, and there's a lot of possibility for customization. One of the things I was looking at is, for example, and I was wondering if you knew about that. I think I asked Jason when I talked to him last week if there was any plans to do new head packs that would feature like different facial expressions for like Pale, Kali, etc. Because I know they're doing the gladiator versions, but do they have different facial expressions on those new versions?
I don't remember if they did. I know I do recall Jason said he's might be planning on doing different facial expressions in the future. But since he's working on like other waves and stuff like that, like so many creatures and stuff like that. Like I don't know if you guys saw at the Joe Fest, he showed the lizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a picture of the lizard. That's insane.
Yeah. Those look great.
What type
That's
of
probably what.
articulation the lizard is gonna have on the head? How it's gonna work? The same type of articulation you have on the rest of the figures?
Yeah, most of the time, Jason doesn't like change detail for articulation. He tries to find a happy medium, which he's pretty good at that. Communicating with the guys, because I know one of the sculptors is Arlen Peltler. I'm not sure if I'm saying his last name. He's in Canada. He actually does stuff for Hasbro too,
Mm-hmm.
and the guys are doing a great job at that stuff. So they definitely pack a punch with the articulation and details for a fact.
Yeah, I think the head range of movement on the head is really good because you have that neck.
I mean, the whole figure, like the actual butterfly joint on those figures is insane. Like
Yeah.
I remember when I went to PowerCon and I saw the figures for the first time. That they
I
were
love
there.
how much you can arch the back. Like, look at that.
No,
Yeah,
the figure is super versatile. Like you can, like, especially for me that I like to pose figures and do photography and stuff. I mean, I really love the way they articulate, and not just that, but the material you guys are using. Because one of the things that I always criticize, for example, in Marvel Legends, right? Uh, the articulation you guys use is pretty similar to the Marvel Legends articulation, pretty similar. The only thing is like the quality on the plastic that you guys use compared to the Marvel Legends one. Like, dude, sometimes Marvel Legends, the joints on the knees is like a gum. It's
yeah,
like super bad. Like you can have those figures standing for a month because the legs are gonna start spreading like this.
yeah.
You know, and that's one of the things when I got the figures in hand for the first time, I was really surprised. And I remember when I went to Legion's Con and you guys were there, and I was talking to Jason, and Jason told me, like, because I was so surprised of the quality of the figure. It's not that I wasn't expecting that, but I was like, damn, so much articulation and such a great quality. And he's like, dude, and that's not the final product, you know, because remember that those figures, that's the one I have, one of the samples that has like
Yeah,
separation here on the
Yeah.
torso. So yeah, and I was really surprised on the quality. And now the final product, since I have like a couple of figures, I'm like, dude, this is insane.
I think one of the big factors in that is Jason having Dave Proctor over there in China, one of the project managers working directly with the company. Since he knows Chinese, I'm pretty sure he works really well with them over there.
Okay.
And working on those type of aspects. And if Jason needs anything, like, oh, fix this or change that. And I know another few companies that will use them, like Savage Crucible or like Boss Fight. I know Falaverse was using it. I don't know if they're still, but
So
yeah.
Savage Crucible is gonna use the same factory.
No, I think you're talking about like the consultant.
They definitely consulting and using. I don't know if they have somebody else on the side. I can't speak for them. I'm not sure entirely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
But I mean, your quality is that's one of the things that makes me like I was like, dude, like look at this figure, the quality of this figure, how vibrant. I love also how vibrant the figures are. They pop on the shelf, right?
The armor, yeah.
Yeah, it's really like, dude, and believe it or not, now my favorite one is the lion, the brown with gold.
oh yeah, Atrio.
Aether.
Yeah.
He's my favorite figure so far right now. Before was Pale, but now
I'm
I'm
telling
like,
William that I can't wait to get mine because I'm thinking of customizing. I'm gonna do his armor in the colors of Lion-O. So I'm gonna have an extra one that I want to do it like kind of like a Lion-O Atreyu variant, and I want to get that lion from the head pack, that lion head and pop it on the Atreyu body to kind of get more of like that lion look. You know what I mean?
That would be great. Also, that would be, you know what would be great? Like an homage to Thundercats on that line too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
on the smaller line, Atreyu used to be the homage of Lionel. I don't know if he's gonna do a repaint of that officially again. I'm not sure if Jason's gonna do that again. But he
Uh-huh.
liked Atreyu so much that he definitely wanted to give him his own personality and love to him. So he's definitely doing that.
He
And he
looks amazing. He's my favorite out of all of them. He's my
Yeah,
favorite.
he's one of my favorites too. Like he looks so good. I was waiting for that figure in hand. That was actually the first one I opened too because he looks so cool.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. I got another question. Like, I'm like a huge fan of soft good and stuff. You guys are planning to do some soft good stuff for those figures also?
Yeah, I believe so in the future. I don't know which wave he's aiming for. Jason's aiming for. He's definitely was and gonna implement some soft goods for Legion's Con last year. Since we didn't get him in hand in time, he was gonna try to have some a third party customizer have some like soft goods for sale to see how people will react with that. But
Yeah, I
since
know at JoeCon they had
Harker.
Jason said right, Harker.
Harker. I know Eric very well. Eric Harker. He's the
Yeah.
one that makes the capes for all my figures.
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a great dude. He did like the cape, for example, for the one of the first cape I got from Harker was like the Thor 80th anniversary. He did the cape for that figure. Let me show you. And he's really really good at doing like capes. So he did this cape for this figure, for this Thor.
Let me put you in the focus here.
Yeah. And I saw and joke on the figures you have there. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
And look how like the wire is so strong and so good that you can put him in that style of the comic. See,
yeah, that
like,
looks great. That does definitely look great.
yeah, like he does a really really good job. And
What did you do? You like glued that?
no,
on
listen,
Thor?
like the figure itself, the cape, the plastic cape comes inside a dentation on the armor.
Oh,
So
okay.
what I did was like I hit it with a heating gun and pop the cape out. The excess that was inside the peg hole, I took like an X-Acto and cut it, and they just put the cape with the wires and glue it. That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Oh yeah, looks way better than the Mafex one, dude.
Yeah,
that-
well, I was really disappointed with that, and I was telling my buddy how I was scared about that, about Mafex not pulling the right size on Thor, because every time they had to do like a larger character, they always do it small, and he's even smaller than the Mafex Iron Man, which makes no sense
that's
whatsoever.
crazy. Yeah,
You saw that one, William? The Thor, the Mafex one?
I haven't. I don't think I've seen the Mafex store one. I've seen a couple of the Mafex one. I know Magneto's pretty good.
Oh, Magneto is amazing.
Yeah.
But the thing is this. I mean, Thor is the size of the Magneto
Oh wow.
in the line.
Yeah, it's too small.
So pretty much we're talking about Spider-Man being almost like Spider-Man top of the head maybe is like around Thor's eyes.
Right.
So
And bro, the thing is, you're paying over $100.
Yeah, exactly.
So it just doesn't make sense. And even if like, because I give the benefit of the doubt, so I said, okay, well, if he's taller than the Mafex figures, then fine. He doesn't need to be as big as the Legends Thor, but he's not. He's the same size as Captain America. And then if you look at like the 1980s Marvel Age guides and stuff, you could clearly see that Thor was at least like one or two heads taller than every other character in the Marvel universe. So
They said they took the inspiration on the Golden Age Thor, right? Which, I mean, I get it. I know back in the days, all the superheroes were pretty much like about the same scale, like same high, but but everybody knows Thor from the 80s, 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
all of us pretty much wish like the collectors, the action figure collectors right now, like are us, 40 something, 30 something year old guys, right? That it's really hard to find 20 something year guys collecting action figures. It's possible, but it's rare, right?
Yeah.
right.
So pretty much the when I was talking to Jorge last time, I was like, dude, like unfortunately, and I was talking this with my wife, which we never have like toy conversations, right? But one day she was curious about it, and she told me something that I was like, wow, you're right. And she's like, you know that all these action figures and all these things, like they're gonna die with your generation, right? Because I don't see anybody else collecting action figures like you guys do, you know?
Yeah.
Because she
Right.
know all my friends, and she knows that all my friends collect action figures, and she's like, I just see when oh, this is the thing. Remember, I don't know if you remember, she went with me to PowerCon and my
Yeah.
daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they were around the city. They went to the con just like a few minutes and stuff like that, walking around with me. But she was, that's what she does. She was paying attention to everybody at the con. And she's like when we went back to the hotel that night, she's like, everybody there was your age. Like everybody there was around between 50 to 30 years old.
Yeah.
Period. There wasn't like a few kids that were there with their dads because their dads collect action figures.
Yeah.
So and that's what she was saying, and it was kind of like sad, like melancholic to me. Like
Yeah.
think about that, like damn, like she's right, you know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's kind of. I think we're like a dying breed. It's going to be like our kids are going to carry the torch for us. But how long could that go on for? Because even
Yeah.
me, you know, I have my youngest son that grew up with me doing YouTube videos and all this stuff, and he never was like excited to have his own collection or do what daddy was doing and stuff like that. So just because you do it doesn't mean your kids are going to follow up with it. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, but hey, I'm gonna show you what I got this week.
Yes, please show us because unfortunately I don't have anything to show.
Okay,
I haven't
so
received anything.
I got Anti Eternia He-Man from Mondo.
Look at that.
This is my favorite character from Masters of the Universe from the franchise. Dude, this thing is amazing. Freaking impressive.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I like the
It-
pictures posted.
oh yeah, it's amazing. And I got
Oh,
That's
that's the
great.
comic Splinter.
Splinter from Mirage Comics. And this was a really hard hunt. These I got for a friend.
Oh, nice, April.
That's epic, though.
Yeah, these I got for a friend.
I want that
And
April, man.
these I got for another friend in Panama.
Casey
cool.
Jones, the two fan. That's a good one too.
This is a good one. Yeah, this is a good one. And
Let me get the.
Yeah.
the
I like
Mirage
how they
Cup.
did it where the flap goes down, you know, instead of it would have been the other way around.
Is that an
That's going
exclusive
down.
or is that just a Target?
No, this is gonna be the what's the name of this, Jorge? The
Is that Collector Con, right? Collector
Target
Con?
Target Collector Con, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I've been seeing that like a lot this week.
Yeah, it's like a collector con from Target. But they said tomorrow, the 16th, which is my wife's birthday, tomorrow they said they're gonna start dropping these figures online on Target.com.
Oh, okay.
Now, are there gonna be like for a long time? I don't know because you know how Target works.
Yeah.
But if you guys need something like from that line, let me know because I have two Targets around my house that they're really good, and I have a bunch of friends. Actually, dude, one of the first things I was helping Jason was with GI Joe because Jason was collecting GI Joe Classified, and I found for Jason, I think I found I think it was Destro or something like that back in the days for the first waves. But yeah, I mean, if you ever need, because I know you're in Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
right? So if you ever need, dude, don't even think about it. Just ask me, hey Carlos, can you help me with this? And for sure, I can help you. I help Jorge because Jorge doesn't have like that many stores around too.
I told Jorge, I was telling Jorge that before we went on live too. That was actually pretty funny.
Telling
Yeah,
what,
because
like,
we help each other out. You know, it's a community.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that we don't have the Targets down here. That
You want to
we
hear
have the
something
Walmarts.
stupid? You want to hear something stupid, Carlos? I just have a brand new Target that opened here in Homestead.
uh-huh.
Like I'm deep, deep south. And I was so excited because I was like, cool, we got a Target. But apparently, all the new Targets they're building now, they're like a condensed version of the Targets you're used to.
Oh
So,
wow!
for starters, this Target doesn't even have
Oh,
the
Toy
adult
Section.
collector section.
Oh no.
Nope. It has like a little end cap. And you know what they have on that end cap? They have like maybe four NECA figures, and the rest are Super 7, um, the
React,
retro 5
react.
reaction figures.
Oh
That's
wow!
it. That's it.
Damn.
They never get shit. And then in the toy aisle itself, it's like their toy aisles are half of what the toy aisles are in the normal Targets. And supposedly, I heard from a friend because he works for for an alcohol beverage company. He says he talked to the manager, and he says that all the Targets from now on are going to be in that format where everything is more condensed and there's less product.
But the
And I
new one.
don't, yeah, and I don't understand that because my wife hates that Target. She's like, they don't have shit. Like, I want to go buy clothes. They have like 5 or 6 shirts or 5 or 6 designs. Like, everything is condensed. So,
I know Walmart does that in some areas too. They have like some small crazy stores.
Yeah, Walmart, what they do is like they have this like neighborhood supermarket, whatever. You know what? I don't know what's the name. That is like a small Walmart.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I have in my area, I have actually 4 like super Walmarts, like huge. Especially the one that I have near my house is the Parkland one, and that Walmart is the best Walmart ever because it's a humongous, and nobody goes there. Nobody
really?
goes there. It's really hidden. So that's where I found pretty much all the Walmart stuff when Walmart has like things, right? And the other one is by my wife's office, the dental clinic, um, and that one, all the time that I go, I can find like cool stuff, you know. But anytime, dude, William, like, don't even think about it, dude. If you need something, like, I don't know if you collect Ninja Turtles, but I mean, I'm really lucky with Ninja Turtles. I mean, Jorge knows, like, I can get a bunch of stuff,
I
uh,
still need my baby turtles, bro.
except that one. Dude, I got that one. listen, I got that one, but remember, you called me when I left the store
I know.
because I found 2 sets and I
Yeah.
didn't collect that, and I give those to my friends. When I got to the Target, like, listen, I went to the Target around 12, and the NECA representative just left, and he left these boxes full of NECA totals. And I
Wow.
was taking everything. And remember that I took this big picture, like with everything, and people was crazy on my Instagram, the badass reviews. Everybody was like, contact me, like, dude, I need those totals, dude. I need this, I need that, and everything was already gone when I came back. You
Yeah.
know, everything was already gone.
Yeah, I
But
want those
yeah,
baby turtles, and I want that April. Those are like the
that
only
one,
ones that.
the one I
Yeah,
just showed.
yeah, that new April.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think April is not gonna be like hard. Actually, you know what? Best Buy is carrying them now too.
But are they carrying the animated, or are they
Every
carrying the Super 7?
no. I went today to Best Buy, and I saw some of the Mirage ones, and a friend of mine sent me a picture just recently of 4 of the 4 packs in
Really?
one Best Buy. Yes.
Okay. Well, it's good to know because I have a Best Buy close by, but I never picture a Best Buy being a place to go buy action figures.
Best Buy
Right.
is carrying now a bunch of stuff, dude, recently.
Yeah. I,
McFarlane, NECA, and Super 7.
I haven't gone into a Best Buy in a while, but that's good to know. So you think like the April won't be just a Target?
But I mean, listen, tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow you can go online at target.com, and they're supposed to be like available tomorrow.
It's like at 8 or 9 a.m., something like that.
I have no idea what time. I need to find out, and then I send you the info.
Okay. So I wanted to make an announcement about next week. I'm really excited to say for all Thundercats fans that are watching, Puma reached out to me, and they have a brand new line of Thundercats footwear. They just dropped today on Puma.com, Footlocker.com, and Champs.com.
Oh,
And
wow.
I'm really excited to announce that I'm getting a free pair of the Panthro model for me, plus I'll be giving away one free pair to a very lucky viewer next week. So
Wow.
I'm expecting that we're gonna have a lot more viewers next week because we're gonna do a live drawing. So if you know friends, have friends, anybody that you know that would like to get a free pair of Pumas, they're $120 retail.
Yeah, I saw them.
Definitely let them know to be here with us next Thursday at 7 because we're gonna put. I'm basically gonna put a link up where you're gonna fill out the form, put your shoe size, your name, your address, and once the timer's up, that's all the names we're gonna take, and we're gonna do the drawing live.
Dude, the Momra ones are beautiful.
I got those today because I asked for those, but they're delayed through Puma Direct. I got them through Foot Locker, like at 9:05 a.m. I just put them in my cart, and I didn't want to play around because I didn't know what model I was getting. I asked for the Mumras, but since the lady couldn't confirm, and I'm glad I did, she was like, "Oh, we couldn't get you the Mumras. We sent you the Panthros." So I'm like, "Perfect. I got the both designs that I wanted."
And they
So
already sold out?
I don't think so. I know that the first wave sold out really quick, but I think what happened was the first wave were only available on Puma.com. I don't think they were available at Foot Locker and Champs. So there
Oh,
might be wider distribution this time, but I just didn't want to chance it. And then also, I think sometime next week I'll be talking to Alexander John, which is the designer and creator of that line of sneakers. So, a lot of exciting stuff for Thundercats fans, especially if you want to rock them on your feet. That's something you want to tune in next week.
nice.
So, William, I wanted to ask you, do you have any cool toys that you got recently? Anything you want to show us? Any customs? anything on hand that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I got some. I don't know if anybody got into the Jada Street
Oh
Fighter
my
Oh
guys.
yeah,
God.
Carlos was talking
Dude,
about those.
I love that line, dude.
Let me
Yeah,
see that. Let's see that Fei Long.
Fei
Yeah, it
Long.
looks really cool.
I
One thing
just
that I really love about those figures is the packaging, man.
yeah, the package is really badass.
The
Those,
packaging makes you feel
I even
like it's
got
coming
the
right out of the
ride.
arcade. Oh, you got the Ryu too. Cool.
oh, I hate you, dude. I need that figure.
Carlos, did you get the mock-up pictures that I sent you of the next
Yes.
wave
Yes.
with Bison, Dawson,
Dalsim, Dalsim,
and
Bison, and who
Ken?
else? And Ken.
Ken.
Yes.
Yeah, and they got the extra heads too.
Bison looks big,
Yeah.
and he's gonna have a wire cape with
Oh,
fabric.
is the
Yeah.
cape is wired? They
Yeah,
confirmed
it's
Yeah,
it?
gonna be tough goods, dude.
That's great though.
yeah.
Like, these
That
guys,
thing,
you could pose them like crazy though. I'm
Did
hoping.
any of you guys ever have the Sota Street Fighter toys?
Yeah,
Remember those? They were like from
I,
2000.
I still have those around. Like, I actually collected those back in the day.
The
And
sculpt work on those was great,
those are
but
the 7-inch, right?
they were like like NECA scale type.
yeah, they ranged. That was the good thing about them. Like, they were like, I think what Jada's aiming for. They were like, some were like 7, 6. Like, the girls were shorter.
Yeah,
Some of the guys like Ryu were like 6.5,
they
7.
used to come in clamshells, in
Yeah,
like those
I
clamshell
wanna see
packages.
I wanna see the Akuma, dude.
Oh, Akuma's gonna be badass.
yeah.
Vega.
So I got a question, William. You guys are gonna be in San Diego Comic Con?
We're not gonna be personally in San Diego Comic Con, but Jason did give me the info to say that Diamond's select previews will have stuff at San Diego Comic Con.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So
so the Diamond booth will be selling.
Yeah, I know they will have previews. I'm not sure they're selling, but they definitely will have previews at the Diamond.
Oh, so they'll have prototypes of stuff.
So
Um,
the Jada exclusive for San Diego Comic Con is Evil Ryu, dude.
Yeah, you're right. I saw that. That's
That's and they say it's gonna come with different hats
and like the flag. Well, I'm not sure those are not flag. Like some little stand thingies with the.
he's gonna be in a bigger box. That's what they told me. And a friend of mine that I think he's friend with some of the guy that works with Jada Toys or something like that. He told me that they're gonna try to keep the taller figures, the big figures, the same price range as the regular figures. But what they're gonna plan is like kind of like put less accessories with the big boys, right?
Yeah.
To try to keep the price kind of like at the same level.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do. But the figures are amazing. I'm blown away with those figures, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in person yet, but from what I saw, from what you showed me, William, and what Carlos showed me, they look really impressive.
Are any of you guys going to PowerCon this year? Or
I wanted to go, man, but it's so expensive. Like, because the thing for me is like, if I would go, it would be one day just to come in, get whatever exclusives, and get out. I don't have to go multiple days. But man, it's just for me, arriving in the morning on Friday and departing on a red eye the same night, it comes out to $700 with the hotel and plane.
Wow.
So it's not worth it. Like,
yeah,
you know,
especially if you just want the exclusive. I mean, it's probably cheaper just getting a buddy.
yeah. I mean, I would have loved to go and like vlog and walk around and talk to people, horsemen, shoot video, all that stuff. But it's tough, because if my wife went, it was like $1,700, and then
PowerCon is more about the experience, because I was able to see all my friends, from Facebook and stuff, like William, like Jason, like everybody, Nick Dubison, dude, Ren McKenzie was there too, Motu Joe, like social, like who Ken Coleman was there too.
Yeah, I can.
I talked to Ken like for over 3 hours, dude. We're like super, super close friends, and we never seen each other personally. And we were there talking for years because he's a metalhead just like me. We
Mhm.
love metal, and his wife is Colombian. So we were talking there for hours and hours, dude. And it was really cool experience. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's like you said, like it's going there, and it's gonna cost you like almost $1,000 just to be there for one day. Is kind of like hard for me. It comes to like on September, I need to travel to Panama. Usually, I travel to Panama maybe like twice a year, right?
Mhm.
Or 3 times a year. But this year is on September is my sister-in-law's wedding. She decided to have a wedding here and another one in Panama for the family. So we're gonna have a lot of expenses because we're gonna stay in Panama for almost a week. It's gonna be all these preparations because she wants like this big time wedding, right? With
Yeah.
activities and all the stuff, and she invited a bunch of people from the United States. It's gonna be insane. So it's gonna be like a lot of money, and I wish I can go, of course, but but mainly not just because of the exclusive, which I will love to have them,
Yeah.
but especially that beast man, dude, he looks jacked.
I no, yeah, that's one thing I would love to
I'm
see.
talking about the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom one.
Yeah, that's a
You know,
Thane body painted like Beastman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he looks jacked, but the thing is, like, yeah, it's gonna be way too expensive. I'm gonna skip this year PowerCon. I'm gonna skip this year LegionsCon. Uh, I mean, maybe next year, like maybe Jorge and me, because that's the plan, right? Like Jorge and me go to as many cons we can, to kind of like enjoy, share with the people what we've seen, because some people that doesn't go to cons, they will like to see what's going on, and pretty much like trying to show the people what's going on, so maybe next year they can go, and spread the word, pretty much, right? And
Yeah.
the
enjoy.
one show that I'm wanting to make a return to, and it'll probably be my last one, is San Diego Comic Con. I think
I never been.
Yeah.
next
I
year is
had
the
it.
year, 2024. I think that's the year I want to go. Um, and then if I don't go to that one, then definitely PowerCon. And one thing I am planning on doing
It's
is
going to Puerto Rico.
my wife wants to go to Puerto Rico really bad, but I'm gonna be going to Panama next year for sure because
Oh, wow.
my wife has relatives that live over there, so we have a place to stay and everything.
Well, you're
Uh,
more than welcome to stay at my apartment at the beach.
that's
Mhm.
awesome. Thanks, man. We got to pair up like when you go over there. But another thing that I want to do next year is I want to go to Monster Palooza in California because I'm planning on getting a table. I'm actually working on some stuff behind the scenes. Carlos has seen some of my stuff, and I'm trying to do my own toys. So, um, there might be some big things happening next year on the con front uh, from this guy. So let's see what happens.
What's the plan for you, William?
Um, I'm definitely aiming to go to PowerCon and LegionsCon to help Jason. Jason did tell me to tell you guys and everybody in live that PowerCon Wave 3 is gonna be in sale and in stock shipping after that as well.
Wow.
After PowerCon. So
Wow.
Wave
Oh,
3 is definitely gonna be present in PowerCon. And that definitely I'm gonna go. Currently I'm gonna help Jason do some of the shipping and some of the other guys starting next week. and definitely hit some of the cons with Jason.
Yeah, like that would be great. Like I will love to like to go to some like more cons, especially for next year. Like next year, like Jorge and me, we should like plan. Actually, do you guys have some cons there in Puerto Rico?
We actually have the Puerto Rico Comic Con
Uh-huh.
that is more comic and slash animated related, and some local artists and some other like Marvel artists and people that do come. It's pretty big. It's pretty nice. A lot of cosplayers and stuff, and they do sell like some third party people sell Super Seven stuff. I actually saw this year they actually started. Some people had a few Mythic Legion figures, which is great. Oh, the Boss Fight Studios was one of the first studios that actually came down here.
Oh, wow.
And I was surprised with that and hyped because actually have some of their stuff, so it was impressive seeing some of their stuff down here.
Boss Fight is really cool. I haven't gone.
Yeah, you have some figures, right?
Yeah, I got this one, the Necromancer blue skeleton, which I
That's
think
the
is
6 scale one, the 6 inch, right?
Yeah, it's just 6 inch. It's really badass.
Yeah.
It stands up really good on his own and everything. He brings this little flame ball, and then he also brings look at the detail on this thing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great. That looks pretty good.
That's really, really great.
Yeah, it's like a book accessory. He has
The texture was great.
He has an alternate head that's like a pumpkin head. It's really cool. I got it at Big Bad. I haven't gotten any of the other stuff because everything is 3 3/4. But if they keep doing 6 inch, I'm in it.
Yeah, I'm hoping they keep throwing 2 or 3 more waves of those because they did great with the smaller scale fantasy
You
stuff.
know what figure I'm really anticipating the release of, and I don't know if you guys are sharing the excitement, but I'm really excited about the Earthworm Jim figure from Premium DNA. Like, did you guys ever play that game in the 90s?
Yeah, Premium DNA.
Did you guys play that? Did you play that, Carlos?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Bro, that figure looks so badass. And did you see the exclusive one? That it's like he's got the boxers because like his hands dropped. So he has his boxers and he has robotic legs.
How much is gonna be?
Well, he's like, I think he's like 49 or something. But if you look, you got to go on Big Bad. Here, I'll pop it up. It's like you get so much stuff with it. Like, watch, check this out.
The Battletoads look pretty good too. The Battletoads one.
It's 149.
Battletoads. I have some of the Mad Balls. I got the pumpkin one, and I got the here is.
Yeah, I still have around the first wave of the Mad Ball.
He's $54.99.
54? Not bad.
But let me show you all the stuff he comes with.
What scale?
Oh, it's like 6, 7 inch.
Scale. Like Super 7, right? Like 7. I think it's like 7 inch.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop it up here real quick so you can see it. It's
But he needs to come with crazy articulation, dude, because that figure need articulation.
Yeah,
I think the articulation was pretty decent for. It was pretty.
Check it out.
Close to.
Nice.
Look at all the stuff he comes with.
So Boss Fight, I mean, these guys, what other
this is premium DNA. So they've worked with James Groman. James Groman designed their Mad Balls figures.
Mm-hmm. Now I know. Premium DNA.
They have the interchangeable heads and stuff.
I have the Mad Balls.
Yeah, the Mad Ball ones.
Yeah, I have wave 1.
Look, you see he's got 3 pairs of hands, got the little critter, his gun. Then he has all these different expressions. And then let me show you the exclusive, which is sick.
Wow.
It's he's got his boxer shorts exposed, and he has robotic legs, which is funny because I never knew he had robotic legs.
He's actually a worm in a
Yeah.
robot
In
uniform.
a
Robot.
robot suit. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, that's funny as shit. Like he's like, I'm naked. Like I really, really am excited about this because I used to love the game. The game was so fun to play. You know how you would use your head to like whip yourself to like get to another
Yeah.
like to a ledge or like hit people with your own freaking head. You'd whip your head
You
and
know,
shit.
I'm really curious now that you're talking about boss fight. They make the Popeye figures, right?
They do the
Yes.
3 3/4 Popeyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have those figures, like any of you guys?
I don't have any of those figures. They look cool, but I think after having that Mezco Popeye, like I don't need any other Popeye in my
Yeah,
life.
Yeah.
that's my favorite figure in the my whole collection, right?
What's cool about Boss Fight is that it expands on that universe. So you have Peppy, you know, you have what's his name, the one that eats the hamburgers. I forget his name.
Yeah,
But you
and
have like
my comic store have the Popeye's dad or grandpa or whatever.
yeah. I just remember him as Me Papa because I remember the Robin Williams movie where he plays Popeye, and he would call him Me Peppa, Me Papa. But
Yeah. They also make the good lucha figures too. They look
Which
pretty
ones?
good. They make I know they made um Pentacero and
Oh, really?
Phoenix, yeah, in the 6-inch scale.
has anyone ever done a figure of El Santo, but like super articulated? I remember
Officially,
watching those movies from Mexico.
officially, I don't think I haven't seen one officially from any. I've seen customs, but no.
You know what
I'm
you
curious.
know what I'm really like looking for if they make one day a 6-inch scale El Chapulín Colorado, man.
There's a 12-inch that's amazing that Iron Studios made it, and they have some beautiful statues in 1/10 scale. But yeah, I'm with you. They've done toys of El Chavo and Don Ramon and all that, but they're like cartoony. And
Yeah,
then
I've seen those cartoony a while, a couple of years ago actually. But
what I would love
El Chapulín.
like un chapulín by Mezco, bro.
That would be crazy.
Can you imagine that?
that
And
would
have
be
like La Chiquilina and have like a miniature version
I
of
got a
Chapulín.
question. I got a question, William. Like back in Puerto Rico, I think this show was from Puerto Rico, like Super Pan, right?
which one?
Super Pan.
I'm not sure.
He was this guy there was a guy that was working on the bakery, and he became like this superhero, like Superman. But with he put like a suit on it with muscles and stuff, and the symbol was like a piece of bread here. That was hilarious, dude. But I think it was from Puerto Rico, if I don't remember. But I mean, yeah, I mean,
That
but
sounds like Powdered Toast Man from
dude,
Ren and Stimpy.
wrestling figures. You know what they need to do? Carlos Colon, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure anybody that has been waiting for that.
That's what they need to do. You know, you never knew about Carlos Colon, Jorge.
No,
You
no.
were into wrestling, right? So
I've never been really into wrestling. I think I was probably into wrestling for a short while, like in the heyday of WWF when it was like Hulk Hogan and
uh-huh.
Man and stuff. But I've never been like I followed the wrestling.
Dude, I was big fan of wrestling, and back in Puerto Rico, they have the best wrestler in history to me was Carlos Colon. Carlos Colon, not too many people know him, but he beat Ric Flair, he beat Nikita Koloff, he beat Abdullah the Butcher, he beat
Yeah,
everybody, dude. It was this small guy from Puerto Rico, really like dark.
he's actually in the WWE Hall of Fame too.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, it was impressive. Puerto Rico has one of the best wrestlers ever like existed. They have like the Invaders.
Yeah.
Like I remember those guys very clearly. Hercules Ayala,
Yeah.
right? Savio Vega.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I remember all these guys. I remember I was watching wrestling for my whole life, and one of the things that I asked Ric Flair in this, it was in Miami, and the SuperCon they do in Miami, right? Ric Flair was there, and he was like getting questions from the people, and I made the line to ask him a question, and I was like, and I asked him, and I told him like, tell me about your fight with Carlos Colon, and he just respond like, oh man, he was tough as hell. He told me. I was like, okay, cool, thank you. And I
Ric
slept.
Flair actually retired, if I remember correctly, like last year. And I know he retired in the US. And after he retired, he actually came to Puerto Rico for not a retirement fight, but like a retirement feud with Carlos Colon.
Really?
For a final like show and stuff like that.
Wow, that's impressive. Dude, wrestling, Jorge, in Puerto Rico was, dude, they were filling stadiums, like soccer stadiums, full of people, dude, watching Carlos Colon fighting.
80s, 70s, 80s, 90s is real big in Puerto Rico. And you actually, if you want to see how big it is, you just have to go back like a month or two ago to Backlash. You just see the pay-per-view WWE Backlash.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
And that the crowd was like mind-blowing because it's been like 18 years since WWE hasn't been in Puerto Rico. So like really crazy. And since Bad Bunny was fighting Damian
And Carlos Colon Jr. was there, right?
Yeah, that was a big surprise. Like Carly Colon came out, and that was like a big buzz where the crowd was going wild. And Savio Vega too, we came out.
Savio still fighting?
No, he's a promoter in one of the wrestling companies here, but he came out in that because I know Jorge probably doesn't know, but they were fighting the faction of Rey Mysterio Jr.'s son. Like they were the bad guys, so they were over here promoting WWE. So Savio Vega came out to help Bad Bunny. Carly Colon came out to help.
Wait, so Bad Bunny, the rapper, he's a wrestler?
He's in WWE, dude.
Yeah, WWE did that. I don't know how and why they did it, but I mean, they made even Logan Paul a wrestler, so.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, you seen this is coming like going forever. Remember when Snoop Dogg was like wrestling? I think with Stone Cold or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, it's like the celebrity thing.
Yeah, it's been around all the time. I remember one day. Who else was on? Remember Cyndi Lauper?
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper. Yeah.
He came into the ring with Hulk Hogan with Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah.
That's something for like.
Back in the old days, they had Mr. T come out too with.
I remember Mr. T. That was WrestleMania 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, WrestleMania 2, I think was the Mr. T fought Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Bret Hart actually started young out here too. Like
really?
He says it in one of his documentaries that he got a lot of inspiration out here. Which I was surprised until I saw that. I was like, wow, Bret Hart, because I mean that's one of the big names out there.
Well, yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. It's the first time I hear about that.
That's cool. I for me, you know, from the design and art aspect, I love the look of like the luchador, the Mexican style luchador. Yeah. And I've seen some really cool designer figures of like luchadores with different styles in the masks and stuff like that. You know, I know that wrestling is huge in the action figure industry too. You know?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely.
My friend in particular, he does. He buys all these WWF variant figures and stuff like that in the stores. And oh, look at Carlos. He's got
This was my favorite wrestler from Mexico, Blue
Who was
Demon.
that?
Oh, Blue Demon, yeah.
Yeah, Blue
Didn't
Demon.
he feud with El Santo? Now that you say that, he used to
Huh?
have. He used to fight with El Santo too.
Yeah, yeah. Blue Demon was by the time of El Santo. I don't know if you remember these movies. Remember the
Yeah,
movies
yeah.
where the
Yeah.
luchadores like that was crazy. Like El
They were
Santo versus Las Brujas,
Dracula.
the whatever, or versus Dracula.
Yeah.
You know, that was crazy.
So I wanted to show you guys because I know I mentioned it, but I don't know why I didn't do a visual. These are the these are the new shoes
Oh
that are
man,
coming
those are
out,
great.
and basically this is all four of them. But then if we look at the details, like look at these Panthro shoes, how badass. They even incorporated the little spikes from Panthro's costume.
I love the bottom where Pantro they show Pantro.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, look at that. You
Oh
got, and
wow.
it's one drawing, one image of Panthro. So you have
Wow, that's
his
epic.
face and body here,
Yeah,
and
that's
then his
insane.
arm over here.
Are you
Ironically,
guys, are you actually gonna use those, or you gonna like collect
man, that's what I was telling my wife. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna rock these because if I wear them, I'll probably wear them in the house because you're gonna get them dirty and you're not gonna be able to see.
Let me
But
see the Mombra ones. Those are the ones that I like the most. The Mombra.
this is the thing that kind of confused me, and I asked Alexander John why this happened. No mumra on the bottom, and he said that originally he was designing these to be for all ages, so they were going to be toddlers and children,
Yeah.
and he thought mumra was too scary, so
But
he
that's
decided,
what is that? That's the water.
no, dude, these are the bandages from
Oh,
the mummy.
Mm.
okay.
At
So
least
it's
it comes like in
cool.
a plastic, so that the design doesn't get messed up. You were really
Yeah,
happy.
but it's gonna get like gum and all sorts of shit. So this one here is supposed to be, I think, like a cohesion of all the Thundercats. No, it's called the Thundercats Men's. I think what it does is it marries all the looks of all the Thundercats. So you have Tigra, you have
Mhm.
Chitara here, you have Panthro from the blues, and then I guess the Lion is the orange. So it's basically like it incorporates the entire team into one design. And then this one also doesn't have a design on the bottom. And that's the thing with, I don't know why they did that, because the Panthros are going to be the hottest ones because there's the only ones that show the character in the bottom.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what model I'm gonna get for the giveaway. Most likely, I'm gonna try to get the Panthros because those seem to be the hottest ones. Um, but yeah, it's exciting. And also, now that you're here, we're gonna have a giveaway for some AWOC figures too. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming up. If it's not on next show, this show is pretty much every week, so it's coming up soon.
So I got a question.
You got a question for
Can you
William,
hear
for
me?
me?
Can you hear me? So when we gonna do that giveaway? Next show or when?
So Puma told me to get the size for the winner, and I guess they're probably gonna either ship them to me or I'm gonna see if Puma can just send them directly to the winner. Um, I'm thinking we could do the giveaway for the Pumas next Thursday, or we could do the giveaway for the Spero Toys Pale and Kali. I think instead of doing a set, just to give more love, I was gonna do like one winner for Pale and one winner for the
Yeah,
Kali
that
figure.
will be great. We should
So
have William
two
again. That
opportunities.
we should have William again that day.
Yeah, yeah. So most likely it'll be next Thursday, but I know William's flying out to help Jason with distribution
Oh yeah, you're right.
for Wave Two. So make sure you pack my Vero Atlas very carefully.
Yeah.
I want a mint and mint box. You know that shit's gonna get torn out of the package, brother. But
Oh, dude, to take pictures in the Everglades, dude.
oh man, I still haven't gone to the Everglades because that would be like a trip that I do by my. You know what you should do when you come down here, bro? We should go to the Everglades together and do some crazy toy photography because
Yeah,
my wife doesn't want to go there because my wife is terrified of alligators and she hates mosquitoes, so she
the
doesn't want
last
to be anywhere close to it.
the last picture I took from one of the Animal Wars of the Kingdom figures was in the Everglades.
That
Yeah.
was it pale?
No, it was with
The Chunari?
no, it was with this guy.
Pretty.
With, no, it was with Kali.
Kali, okay.
Yeah, I took a Kali picture there.
I love the fabric cape from this dude that you got the Thor cape from. They had a Kali with a cape at JoeCon
Yeah,
because the cape that comes with Kali, it's like really thin and it just kind of like it sticks out. You know,
Yeah.
it looks weird unless you're standing him up straight in a museum pose. It just doesn't look right on the figure. So I think with a fabric cape, he would look so much more badass.
you can talk to Harker. He will. I mean, he can make one for you. I can.
Yeah, I'm following him now, and I'll definitely keep him in mind to get some soft goods from him. But yeah, man, I don't know if you guys wanted to share anything else before we go. It's been a fun show. Any other news? Any exciting information?
I'm just
William,
waiting for.
where can people follow you? Do you have like an Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram or something like that, William, where we can follow you.
Yeah, let me get you my Instagram. I'll probably keep you guys updated since you're not going to PowerCon, maybe Legion's Con. I usually do my like Carlos said, I usually try to post stuff on the groups so people see.
Like in Facebook groups and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
usually
can.
post updates on like the Cabal and other groups too, like our AWOC groups too, and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
you can share some pictures with me so I can post it on my Instagram account and also Jorge and the Thunder.
Yeah, I got some custom photos of some of his work, and I'm gonna be sharing that on the gram.
Yeah, let me see. Well, it's my Instagram is Sheryl_Strike91. Is there a chat or somewhere I could write it? Right, I think.
Yeah. There's a comment section here.
Yeah, there it is. I got it.
You
Right
can put it on the chat.
And I'm gonna put it in the comments for the live. So follow.
It should be. Yeah, there it is. You can find me on IG. On Facebook, you can just find me by my name. Also, William Cruz Nieves.
Okay, so 0strike91_insiders.
Yeah. I also have Spero Strike Customs as well, where you can see most of my customs and stuff like that. I can't wait for AWOC stuff.
Zero Strike Customs.
I have it on the Facebook page. On the IG, I have to update the customs page, but I do have where I post the con pictures and updates and stuff like that for people that can't go to cons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we just want to make sure that we have our guests, tell the fans where they can be followed and stuff like that. So I just shared it on our chat here on the direct live, so any viewers that watch can see that. And yeah,
I'll talk to Jason, see if maybe we could get on next week but like he said, I'm not sure how's the internet gonna be over there, so we'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, that would be awesome if we could do something, figure out something where we can talk to you guys and maybe see, like, I know they've shown them on some other video casts. I know the AWOC podcast they already revealed Wave 2 in the boxes and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
or depending, you know what, we can do like maybe a live. We can give you the link, so you can connect. Maybe you're gonna have a good internet there too, so you can connect from your phone.
Yeah.
You know, and have like a little chat with you and see how the con is going. You know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, next week there's no convention, right? It's just the Wave 2 is arriving at the warehouse.
Yeah, there's no convention going on. It's just basically the shipping and updates.
Well, we can do something from there. That will be great.
Yeah, just to show customers that the stuff is in. You know, it's exciting time. Make space on your shelves for Wave 2.
Yeah, I could get it with Jason, see what he wants to show and stuff like that.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds cool. Let's figure it out. We'll play it by ear.
Thank you so much, William.
All right, guys. So it's been really fun. Again, tune in next week for possible surprises from Spero and William and Co. Or also, if you want to get some new Thundercats kicks from Puma, sent to you for free.
Yeah.
Just make sure but make sure you're here because it's all about coming on the live stream.
It's not fair if I win, dude. No.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, take care. I'll see you in the toy house. And Carlos, let me know when you find that April.
Yes, sir, dude.
All right, take it easy, guys. Thanks for joining us, William. Take care, man.